Keith Carson joins us from the weather deck in Portland, where it's kind of a mix of stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of wet snow right now, guys, mixing with some raindrops. The issue along the coast all day has been it's really inefficient accumulation. And so although it's been snowing for several hours here, even on a deck, which is kind of your classic, grassy surfaces, decks situation, we're looking at under a ½ inch of accumulation so far. Across the state, we've seen varying degrees of that, though. Oxford coming in with 3 inches, that's the highest I've seen so far. Gray 1.6. Portland on the north side towards Deering neighborhood is coming in with 0.5. Last check, Hollis 2 inches. Jackpot has been in New Hampshire so far. Meredith, New Hampshire, which is out towards Winnipesaukee, 5.3 inches. All of the state pretty much in some version of snow, with the exception of southern York County, which has changed over to rain. But as I mentioned, it's been a lot less efficient along the coastline, despite the fact that surface temperatures haven't been super warm, 33, 34, 35 degrees, but that wind off the water has been enough to keep us from really accumulating too efficiently. Same kind of situation in Bar Harbor. It's 34 and snowing. Looked there, it looks like they have a coating to a ½ inch or so of snow, but you go into Bangor, Plymouth, Dover, Foxcroft especially, and we're seeing that more accumulating snow. The mountain's doing well too. No official reports from them, but I'm sure they will be more than happy to update us on this late season snowstorm. All right, let's check out what's going on in other parts of the state, and for that we'll go to Ryan Breton, who's in Stormy right now.
Hey there, Keith. You were talking about the surface temperatures, which right near the coastline are above freezing in some cases, but you don't have to go far inland to run into a bit of a different story. We're right now on the Maine Turnpike going right by exit 63 in Gray, and the temperature here is about 32 or 31. And once you get north of Gray and head closer into central Maine, Lewiston, Auburn is actually in the upper 20s. And as you can see here, we have a couple inches of this wet snow, and it's really kind of slushy and just slippery. It's different than some of the colder storms we've dealt with this winter because the whole atmosphere isn't super cold, which is why we have those big wet flakes. But as you get farther inland, the surface is colder, so it is really sticking here, as you can see on the Maine Turnpike. Speeds reduced down to 45 miles per hour. We have seen several crews out here, so it's just one of those evening commutes where you've got to allow a little bit of extra time, and especially some of the side streets are a little tricky right now where they haven't quite gotten to it yet. And in Portland itself, it was interesting going from the peninsula where there was just a little bit of a coating back toward the Maine Turnpike going out Washington Ave. There was a steady increase in the accumulation. So you don't have to go too far inland to run into snowy, slushy, and snow-covered roads. We will keep you posted out here through the evening, and we'll have updates as Storm Center continues. Brian and Amanda, back to you.
All right, Ryan, thank you.